Hello YouTube. I decided I'd make a demonstration of this. Well, and this is something really nice. I resized this where it would be more straight, on the bottom, as I turn my head. And it's that way also, this is something good too. It gives more shadow to my eyes here, like a real helmet, Also, sticks out further in the back as long as it's further down. That way it'll protect my neck a lot better. No one can see my neck from the back, and that's good. So, I'm gonna just add the darkness for a moment. Let me turn that all off. I'll turn this back on afterwards. So it's pretty simple. So that there is pretty much like it's got pretty good room here, So I probably would do better if I had like both hands I could use. If I probably could, just actually just use one hand, because I heard you take control of the sword a lot easier, even samurai swords, and that's part of it. Yeah, this is the green is more military use, in the Draygon Empire. So it's Conqueror Badger of the Commander Conqueror Badger of the Draygon Empire, kind of like that. And he's also a member of the police unit, so he's a special duty policeman. And I'm going to show you what I would look like behind a blue blade. Now that one would look creepy. Yeah, well, doggone low battery, so I'm having a lot of difficulty with that. So it's police issue. Her special duty police can wield a blue and a green one at the same time. But this is a symbol of their status. If you see two swords dangling right here at the belt, that means that they're a special duty police officer. They're a special duty. That means they have the authority to take you out as a militant also, if anything gets that rough. So if anything gets that rough or you invade the Draygon territory, that's really important for the people. And that's good too. I mean, it's like military police. But these are also public police. They're meant to protect the public. And they're trained to know, to tell the difference between civilian as well as bad guy. If they see any civilian under siege, they're going to come help them. They're going to come help the civilian get in the way of get in the enemy's way. But if they see a person who is running around killing people with a red blade, they're going to fight that red blade warrior. They know it's a Sith Lord or a Dark Jedi. Simple as that. They have to do it. And one stays behind while the others one stays behind and calls for the military to come in and help them if they start seeing anything happen. And that's bravery there. They also, to signal the others, to come in full force, which they can't. He can't handle too many Grey Jedi at once. No one can, and this will be the best for it. The Sith Lords would ravage all worlds, not just one planet, but every planet. They ravage every planet. So that's one thing we all got to remember. all Sith Lords will ravage every planet unless we do something. Unless we stand firm. And believe in our friends. It's not, power we're interested in. It's not Emperor, like Emperor Palpatine believed. Emperor Palpatine's belief. He was crooked. I just don't believe in what he believed in, because number one, there were a lot of people on the Death Star who worked in the Death Star laser, but they were in the they would be technicians in the chamber, the super laser chamber. There was also a command center in that chamber, so they were exposed to the intense radiation. It was so bad for them. I mean, even if they wore special types of protection underneath their helmets, and their helmets would have protection on, it still didn't help them. They had to shield their faces by looking away, but you couldn't believe how much got on their arms. It still got on their faces. It still didn't help them. So, you talk about pretty dangerous. And if they got just too sick from it, they were disposed of. All they would do for them is send them out into deep space from a hangar. They'd seal off, they'd have them tied up, or they'd put breast binders on them so they can't escape, and then they leave the hangar, and then they close the hangar doors to the rest of the ship, and then they'd turn off the hangar force field, and they just let them be pulled out into that vacuum of space. It would kill them instantly. You talk about cruelty there, total cruelty to their own people. In the Draygon Empire, we don't go for this. No, this was wrong. Putting our own people at risk, even our own military, is stupid. We want them to be healthy. So, Emperor Palpatine was a monster. Nothing more, nothing less. Emperor Palpatine was nothing but a monster. And this is something that he didn't have. He didn't have a good bone in his body. I'm sorry to say that, but he didn't. I have to get used to this. This is rather heavy for me. It's heavy for my lungs, my spine. That's why I'm getting out of breath here, but it's going to take a lot more training to get used to, man, and believe me. So, eventually I'll work up to it. I have been losing more weight, so my belly doesn't bulge out as much like it used to. In time, I will be able to wear this without having to worry about anything. Then I'll just resize it. And also, it won't have as much of a gap right there. You know what I'm saying? It won't have to have as much of a gap. And once that's done, I can just shorten the straps from there with tape, like regular duct tape. That's it. So I can wear it tighter. It'll be loose enough I can sit in looser than this. There you go. I can resize it at any time. Get more tape for it to secure shorter straps. You shorten the straps that's already got. Wow, yeah. So this is Conqueror of the Draygon Empire.